What you doing, Niggle Dreamers? You got Mathers back. Well, finally back. You may have seen the title or the thumbnail of this video. Moveset Monday has returned. I've been thinking about it ever since Sun and Moon came out, and especially the Isle of Armor coming out. It was always like the most popular series on the channel, and I don't know, I eventually just ran out of movesets that I wanted to put on, and also just wasn't as consistent with my uploading, and I just wanted to do Showdown Lives more so personally. But I know the fans are huge fans of the moveset videos. They get like way more views than I have subscribers most of the time. And the final straw was actually a couple days ago. I got a comment on a video that I uploaded in 2015 for a Giraffe Rig Moveset Monday. It was also a channel update. But anyway, so 5 years ago, it took me a second to even realize that I've been doing this for that long. But this was kind of like, okay, if somebody really wants me to do another moveset video, then I'll do it. I've been thinking about doing it, so I'll do it. And this guy, Joshua Castro, actually asked for Masquerain, which definitely was not on my list of things to consider. I mean, I love Masquerain, don't get me wrong, but I've been focusing so much on the Sword and Shield metagame right now, not so much on national decks, which is where Masquerain is. Obviously, Masquerain hasn't made it into Sword and Shield yet, so I'm not exactly the most qualified, but I figured the best way to start off rebooting this series was to take a direct request from a fan. So I just want to make sure that anybody watching this, if you want to see a specific Pokemon with a moveset for a specific Pokemon, then make sure to leave that comment down below so I can work that in. And while I'm at it, don't forget to subscribe, because it's the easiest way to support the channel. Makes me know, it confirms to me that you guys actually care about what videos are here. And this should be animated, but it's not, but whatever. But leaving like, commenting, subscribing, it's the best way to show that the content that I'm making is something that you want to see, and also the best way to get notified when that content comes out. If you're subscribed, it might come to your homepage. If there's a bell there for you to hit, it might go right to your phone or something. And if you're not subscribed, you're gonna have to like search Diglett Dreams constantly, and you're probably gonna misspell it, so everybody does. Anyway, I got a few different Masquerain sets here. I wasn't entirely sure what the best thing to be with this, but I have some kind of a little bit. This was probably the most standard sticky web set, but I think probably the biggest change for Masquerain with this new generation is definitely heavy duty boots. I think it got a special attack boost in Sun and Moon, and now with heavy duty boosts, heavy duty boosts, it now has that immunity to the stealth rock damage, which usually would cripple it, basically. And it basically just going with this simple sticky web thing here. Sticky web is a super useful hazard. And then I just have Quiver Dance with dual stab as the last 3 moves. So basically the idea with this thing is, switch in, get the sticky web up maybe as a lead, but also potentially Quiver Dance and start to break through some Pokemon with that. And I just realized I didn't put any EVs into this, but I think what I would do is just put it like that, yeah, modest, so that when you get the speed boost from Quiver Dance, you're already pretty fast, and you really want that special attack to be as strong as possible, so that you're actually putting in some damage with the moves. Because the unfortunate thing about Masquerain, it doesn't really get that many strong moves. I was hoping to get like Hurricane or something, but it does not. Air Slash, I think, is its strongest stab flying move, unfortunately. I may be wrong, but I don't think I am. So yeah, Bug Buzz, Air Slash, its best stab moves. I think you could honestly swap out one of these for something like Hydro Pump, Ice Beam, Scald, Blizzard even. Energy Ball, Giga Drain I think are all good options. Maybe even Hidden Power. I forget that Hidden Power is a thing because I don't play national decks. Shadow Ball could even be an option. The question is what things do you want to hit? Like I think Bug Buzz and Air Slash definitely good for stab, but if you're not really concerned about hitting like, okay, you already hit grass types with Air Slash, but if you're not concerned about hitting like psychic types or dark types, then maybe you want to run Ice Beam to hit like Landorus or something. So it's things to consider. I think Bug Buzz is definitely, but the problem is bug moves in general just don't hit as much in the metagame as you want them to. But it is the stronger stab move between that and Air Slash, so it's a bit of a debate. I think they're pretty slashable, if I can coin that phrase. Like what I mean here is like Bug Buzz or Ice Beam are options here, like Bug Buzz / Ice Beam. But I think you could definitely do all right with the dual stab as well. Just things to think about if you want to actually run this set. So on to the next one. This one is just straight up Quiver Dance. I decided to abandon the Sticky Web and just go for just a straight up like Quiver Dance sweeper. Bug Buzz, Air Slash, and then I put Hydro Pump here. I don't know if I would actually do it, but I think it is pretty cool because especially without a stab boost, you're really going to want high base power that Hydro Pump offers, which is why I also kind of consider Blizzard a little bit. But if you do want that accuracy, I think Giga Drain could be nice too for the recovery. I think Giga Drain could be really nice too, actually, just because I think Hydro Pump is good because you're going to be able to hit like rock types that might want to switch in on you. But Giga Drain also lets you hit those Pokemon as well. And then Ice Beam, of course, is another good option. So this one just kind of replaces Sticky Web with another coverage option. And I think it could be pretty cool. It does kind of rely on a lot of team support to kind of set the stage for it to actually get some Quiver Dance going. But the cool thing is that with a modest nature and base 80 speed, it's not the slowest thing in the world, so even if you don't get the chance to Quiver Dance, you could still get an opportunity to put in a little damage versus the opposing team. Now this one, I think this one, it seems like the one that I would want to use the most. It's just a bulky support set. Max HP, max speed, Jolly, because they're not actually using the special attack stat with this set. It's just U-turn with Tailwind, Defog, and Roost. It's kind of like an Intimidate switch in. I completely forgot to mention the ability at all, the first ones, but the other one is an Unnerve, which is very rarely useful. So Intimidate, one of the best moves in the game, although it did get a little bit nerfed with things like Inner Focus and Scrappy being immune to it now. Still a really great thing. Gives you more opportunities for switch-ins than you would think, than if you didn't have it. Like you can switch into some physical attackers a lot better. But the idea with this thing, get Intimidates, get Tailwinds up, defog things away, and especially with the boots, of course, you're a much better defogger since you're not taking any hazard damage upon switching. I mean, you already dodged the spikes by being a flying type, but dodging the rocks is pretty key when you want to be a defogger. I think Tailwind is really cool. I really love Tailwind. Roost obviously just for longevity, but back to Tailwind. I think it's a really cool move, and I think it can set the stage for certain Pokemon that might need a speed boost that can't do it themselves to kind of take the stage. Although you might not want too many crazy things on one team. So I think Tailwind could definitely be swapped out for a different move. Maybe if you want to run like, I don't know, like just an attacking move, maybe like Bug Buzz, Air Slash, or maybe even Whirlwind could be an interesting option. Toxic, Stun Spore is actually a cool move. I didn't put the Stun Spore on any of these sets, but I think it could actually be really cool. Like you could even put that over like Sticky Web on this set, and it could still be pretty cool. It's like a Rabombi. It's basically like a weirder Rabombi. And then, so there's the last one here. If you made it to this point in the video, this is your little treat. I made a super heat, super weird physically offensive Fell Stinger Masquerain. I think this thing, it's super weird, and it does not have the best attack stat. Very obviously, 60 base power or 60 base attack is not great, so you definitely want to max that out. And the problem is the speed isn't that great either, so you do kind of want to run a jolly nature as well. So the key here is Fell Stinger, getting your attack boosted by 3 if you KO something. So the hope is that you would come in on something that's very weak, be able to outspeed it, knock it out with the Fell Stinger, and get your boost, and then be in a good position. So the cool thing, okay, it's not that cool. Lunge and Aerial Ace are like his Masquerain's best physical stab moves. I think lunges could actually be kind of cool. I was hoping it would get Leech Life, which is definitely better. You can get that recovery. But lunge is cool because you intimidate and then you can continue to lower the attack. And in the right situation, you could actually be the perfect setup fodder. If something doesn't really hit you that hard, but doesn't want to switch out, maybe you intimidate it and then keep lunging it until it gets low and it's not really doing enough to back to you, and then you can Fell Stinger it. I don't know. A lot of theory crafting going on here. Maybe I'll have to use one of these sets. Maybe this set. But unfortunately, Aerial Ace is the strongest flying type move, physical flying type move that this thing gets, I believe. Does it get like, oh my god, I'm thinking like Power Herb, Sky Attack, but I don't think so. I'm pretty sure I looked through this whole thing. There was one move, Natural Gift could be interesting, but you do want the boots. What was it? Secret Power. This is an interesting one. I feel like this could actually be kind of cool. 30% chance to paralyze, and it varies with. I need to look into how this move works a little bit more, but I think it could actually be really cool, because if this becomes a different type with the terrain, put this thing on like a terrain team, it could be really cool. It could be really cool. And then the other cool thing about Masquerain and its physical move pool is that it does get some interesting priority moves like Aqua Jet, and it gets Quick Attack as well. So those are both options, and I think with the Fell Stinger boost, having that priority could be really nice, especially for something that is faster than you but doesn't really tank hits as well. Yeah, so there's a couple Masquerain sets for you. Moveset Mondays back. I'll hopefully have a new set for you next Monday and Monday after that. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you want to suggest any sets, I'm open to suggestions. Like, put a Pokemon down below, I'll make move sets for it. Yeah, but if not, I'll think of something. So yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Hope you enjoyed. Peace out, keep dreaming, goodbye. Messed up the outro, but it's fine.